Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our stream of the fifth round of World Cup. Yes, the games have started, and I guess so. You are waiting for me.
And welcome to
And here is the game. First game is being played by Magnus Carlsen and Esipenko. We'll be looking at Magnus Carlsen game and as well as with his game. So this is the first opening few moves. E4, knight f6. This is the Alekhine game. Could have happened, but he did not go for Alekhine. He plays c4, e6, and now this is converting into English opening. Well, he plays g3. He is waiting for his opponent. Maybe. Okay, g3 is not the move. I don't think so. He has played this move. Okay, the game is still here only. It has not gone to any of the moves. They are still thinking. And let's check it out what is happening with this game. Vidit has played d4 move. And if you are there with me, please let me know. Please let me know. And good evening all of you. Good evening all of you. Send me hi, hello, something like that. This game is very important for us because Vidit is playing against Dubarbayli. Yes, this is playing against Dubarbayli. Dubarbayli played amazing chess in tie breaks against Abdu Sataro. Hello, good evening, Subramaniam Badlamani. By the way, Subramaniam Badlamani, what's your real name? Can you please tell me? Okay, Slav defense. Slav defense has been played on the board. This is a very rock solid opening, I must say, from black side. And white usually goes for knight c3. I don't know whether Vidit will go for this thing or Vidit will play like the usual stuff, that is g3 and bishop to g2. This might also be possible in the game. So okay, he plays capture and knight c3. This is considered as a very equal opening. Here white might be going for bishop to c4, attacking over here. Black might play a6. Yes, bishop f4 has been played. I mean to say bishop to f4, and this bishop is putting some pressure over here. Knight b5 is one of the threats which might happen in the game. That's why a6 is played. This is a very important move. I was talking about this thing when you can see, like here I was making very moves. So a6 has been played by the opponent. I hope so both are very well versed. Vidit has already played this opening in past also, so this is not a big surprise to his opponent. But I feel like Vidit is just trying to play as solid as possible against Vasif, because yesterday we saw Vasif played quite well in complications. Vibhav, good to have you here. Good to have you here. And knight e5. Centralizing the knight is always a good strategy. And okay, if we capture knight into e5, then we can play bishop into e5. That is one of the things. So black will not get anything in the center. So usually black players play e6, or even they go for bishop to f5 or queen to b6. So we will see what Vasif has prepared for this line. So what is Magnus' opponent? Well, Magnus is going to play against his opponent. His name is Esipenko. Okay, his name is Esipenko. And just to let you know, Magnus Carlsen was having a streak of more than 100 unbeaten games, okay, last year. And Esipenko was the first player, Esipenko was the player who beat Magnus Carlsen and broke his streak of unbeaten player in the world. So you can see Esipenko is a quite strong player. Okay, we cannot just underestimate him. Okay, g3, bishop b4, bishop to g2 has been played. Castle. I don't understand why they are playing like this. Means this pawn can be captured anytime, but he is not capturing that pawn, and he's just playing something else. You are Grandmaster 2, Sergey. Very well prediction. Rohit Kumar, thank you very much. Magnus lost to Duda in Norway chess, right? Yeah, maybe he lost, but Esipenko was the first one who broke the streak, not the Duda. And guys, do like the stream, okay? And help our channel. And, one more thing is there, we are going to organize a tournament. So I hope so that you will definitely register for the tournament, which we are going to organize on 8th of August. So just registrations are open to everybody, and pre-registration is there. Okay, 31st July. Prize fund 13,000. Plus chess.com membership. And do like the stream. Like the stream. 100 likes. Okay, fine. Okay, coming back to the game, knight bd7 has been played. Let's see what would have happened here. Sometimes I feel like the game is wrong, but okay, they are thinking, so it must be correct only. It must be correct only. So coming back to Vidit's game, this game has been proceeded a little bit more. We were talking about these three options. Vasif decided to play queen to b6, now knight into c6, b into c6, and then queen d2. The pawn on b2 has been protected. The d4 pawn is also protected. Now what will black play? Black can play bishop to f5. That is one of the ideas, because before you play e6 move, sorry, not e5, before you play e6 move, the bishop needs to come out in the game. Otherwise, black can also develop the bishop with a5 and bishop to a6. This is also a possibility on the board. Okay, this is also a possibility on the board. And do like the stream, guys. Okay, let's hope that today we will reach 100 likes. Okay, have you read book Deep Thinking by Gary Kasparov? Well, Rohit Kumar, I have not read that book. I just heard about that book previously also, but I'm yet to read that book. Okay, he's thinking in this position. We'll have quick look at other game also, Grischuk versus Duda and Krzystof. This game is also very interesting because they have opted for the usual Queen's Gambit decline, but okay, he has accepted after a while. Bishop b4, bishop into c4, knight into e4. White gave up the pawn in the center of the board, and he returns back. Another thing is there that what if he captures yet another pawn in this situation? What is going to happen? Well, if you go for this thing, rook b1, and white will be getting, see, in this position 3 4 5 7 pawns are there from the black side. White is having 5 pawns, but the thing is that white is having plenty of play. Okay, the rook is attacking the b7 pawn, and if you play b6, this kind of a move, then rook b3, and the bishop is being attacked. Bishop might go to a5 square, and then white will get plenty of play with knight e5. The threat is to play queen h5, otherwise queen to f3 also, attacking the rook over here and the pawn over here. If you play bishop b7, which looks very natural move, another move will come, bishop to a3, and black will be in trouble because he is not having any chances. Miss, he is in trouble because the king cannot go anywhere. The king is stuck in the center of the board, and black needs to decide. One thing is that c5 can be played here, thinking that he will just block this bishop, but white will play a good move here. One thing is quite sure that we can just capture bishop into c5, because we are going to capture the bishop on b7 after that. If we capture here, then rook into b7 is the idea. Okay, and I think white should be better in that case. White should be better because the pawn on f7 is also being attacked. If we castle in this position, it's a possibility, but knight into f7, if rook into f7, then bishop into e6, and okay, there are plenty of captures happening, and I don't think so black has any way to defend the position, because if you play knight d7, rook can just capture the knight over here, and if you capture here, the queen will be lost. So this position is also clearly winning for white. So there are certain possibilities which are there. If you go for the pawn here, white will be getting plenty of play in the position, so you have to be very careful. That's why he did not go for the pawn. He went back with knight to f6, queen f4 check, knight c6, and bishop g5. By sacrificing a pawn, white has got a lot of piece activity. Yes, do like the stream, guys. Okay, and share the link with your friends also, and we'll be playing with me, and you can ask me any questions related to chess. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. And of course, we are going to analyze the games here about World Cup, and do register for the tournament. The link is given in the description, and after the registration of the tournament, don't forget to join the tournament club also, and everything is free till 31st of July. After that, you need to pay nominal fees of 50 rupees from 1st of August to 7th of August, and we will be closing the entries on 7th of August. So I hope so that you will definitely register for the event and you will spread that word with your friends also, right? So it says that chess is psychological game. Okay, psychology, what you move and how your opponent reacts depends upon winning and losing the game. Yeah, chess is a very psychological game. I completely agree about that thing, because when you are playing against a human being, of course, the emotions are there, and whenever the emotions are there, the psychology plays a big part. Yes, Ashutosh, good to have you here. I think so. After some time, the position will be heating up. Here, Queen D2, and with his opponent is still thinking. Okay, okay, he is still thinking. Knight BD7, and this position is also there thinking about it. Okay, let's have a quick look at Karjakin's game. This is also a very important game. Okay, they have gone for the Berlin endgame in Rai Lopez. Knight C6, Bishop B5. We were talking about this thing earlier also, and this is a very famous opening which was first played in top level games by Vladimir Kramnik from black side against Garry Kasparov in their World Chess Championship match in 2000. विदित का मैच ऑलरेडी स्टार्ट हो चुका है. विदित इज ऑलरेडी प्लेइंग. ओके, and what's your prediction for final? I'll say Magnus versus MVL. Well, I'm hoping that whoever might be the second player, first means one player will be Vidit Gujrathi. That's my hope. Okay. Yes, Vibhav, I completely agree with you that reading books is a very important quality of every genius in the world. Knight c3, h5, bishop to f4, bishop e7, rook d1, bishop to e6, and then he goes for knight g5. Rook h6 has been played. Rook to e1, rook d8, he captures, and now this is the position on the board. This position has been played plenty of times before also, and even if it is played too many times, it is still considered as quite equal. And the idea with h5 and rook h6, this was also played by Kramnik. So whatever we are looking at in this position is somehow played by Kramnik long back, means almost 20 years back, and this is still going very strong. Even in World Championship match between Viswanathan Anand and Magnus Carlsen played this opening from black side, and he had a good result. The thing is that you can keep pressurizing your opponent and you can try to build up some good positional advantages. You're saying Vidi will beat Magnus. Interesting, but looks tough. Everything is tough, obviously. All the matches which are happening in this tournament are not at all easy, and Vidit has shown that he is there and he is going to play some interesting games and he'll definitely win. Okay. Okay, coming back to the game, we'll look at Peter Svidler against Sham Shankland. I really want to look at this game because these two players, one of the player is famous for his hard work, that Sham Shankland, because he has written some books also, that how he developed his chess by improving small things in his game, like taking the baby steps, you can say. And Peter Svidler, I love his games and his commentary also. Okay, so he's my favorite commentator in the world. Okay, bishop b5, knight d7, castle a6, bishop d3, knight gf6, rook e1. Okay, e6, c3, bishop e7, bishop c2, and b5 has been played. Here I guess so d4 is incoming. Okay. Everything is tough, but Magnus is toughest. Yes, I agree, completely agree. But we should support our Indians, right? Don't you think so? Our countrymate is playing in the big tournament like World Cup, and we must support him. If we don't support him, then who will support with it? Correct? Yeah. And do like the stream, okay? Don't be confused about liking it. And today I have taken vaccine, so If I feel anytime a little bit tired or something, I might stop streaming. Okay, so but till the time I'm feeling okay and energetic, I'll continue streaming. So keep liking the stream if you are there. If anybody is new here, keep liking the stream. Hello Man Anand, good to have you here. Good to have you here. Guys, I won't be streaming for a long time today, I guess so, because my hand has started paining. Yes, I'm feeling something in my hand. Maybe I should just not wear this coat. It's too much, I think. Just it will be more free if I don't have the coat. No, second dose, second dose. I took the second dose today in the morning. So if I feel anything, then I will take rest today. Okay. I hope you understand. Okay, so we will come back to Magnus Carlsen's game if he has played anything in the position. Okay, bishop b4, knight d7. They are still at the same position. Still at the same position. We'll come to Vidit's game. Okay, Vidit has progressed a little bit in his game. Knight h5. The bishop is attacked. The bishop goes back to e3 square. Knight f6 and a3. Okay, now knight g4. He again attacks the bishop over here. Bishop might go to f6 square. Have you taken a dose, the second one? Yeah, I have taken the second dose. Today only in the afternoon I took the second dose, but still I am feeling normal, so I'm here. Okay, what do you think? Like Vidit will play bishop f4. Let's try to predict some moves. Will Vidit play bishop to f4 in this position? What's your opinion? What's your opinion? Let's have some predictions also about the moves. Let's have some predictions. If you think that bishop f4 will be played, or do you think that he will play something else? Bishop g5 is also one of the options in this position, or even you can play rook c1 or knight a4, or even just play, okay, not g3. G3 if you play, then knight into e3 will be played. So I think knight a4 attacking the queen, or bishop f4, bishop g5. These are the two things. Ludi, Naresh is saying shout out to Ludi, please. Okay, who is Mr. Ludi or who is Kudi? सर मैच के दिन क्या कोई लिंक आएगा क्या और कैसे मैच होगा? Well, Pawan Kumar saying match ke din there will not be any link. The thing is that you need to join the club, the tournament club, and that in that tournament club only you will get the tournament link. So you just need to click on the tournament link, and tournament link will be live 1 hour before the tournament time. So the tournament is on 8th of August and it will start at 7 p.m. So the tournament link will be live from 6 p.m. So you can join the tournament from 6 p.m. Okay. Okay. Yes. Rohit, thank you very much for your advice. I'll definitely do that. Okay, the prediction I was asking, bishop f4 is there. Is there e5? Okay, after bishop f4 you are saying e5. Well, bishop f4, e5. Wow, nice, interesting. In that case, I can play bishop into e5, right? I can play bishop into e5, knight into e5, and d into a5 will be played. Because let's see, after this you definitely cannot play this thing because queen into f2 will be played. This is the main threat, because king d1 if you play, then okay, you can go back somewhere, and I think black should be better because the casting has been broken. But after this bishop f4 e5, you can even play bishop into e5. Knight captures e5, d captures e5, and this position is okay. This position is okay, I think. Only thing which I can see from black side is like he is having two bishops, and with it is yet to develop his bishop on f1, and he needs to play e3 also, something like that. E3 also he might go for this thing. Okay, he's thinking. So we will look at some other game also here. Duda's game. What happened in Duda's game? We were around this position. He gave bishop g4. Okay, bishop g5. He captures c3, b3, and bishop to h4. Castling has been played. Okay. Yes, do show some love. Okay. Castling has been played in this position. Now, okay, one pawn is gone, but this bishop is not a good bishop. So black needs to develop this bishop first of all. Another thing is like white is putting some pressure over on this diagonal. So g5 will not be that great move. Because let's suppose at some point I play rook e1, okay, simple move, and then black goes for g5 move. Then the possibility of knight into g5 is very high, because if you capture here bishop into g5, and there is no way that you can unpin the knight, right? Even if you play king g7, then the queen will come back on d1 followed by queen f3, and the knight on f6 will be attacked. That is one of the thing. Then bishop can also come on the d3 square and it can attack over here. And rook e3 and rook g3, this is also something which you can definitely attack. Okay, sir, your tournament is on 8th of but on 8th is there is a national amateur chess tournament, so is it possible to change the date? Oh really? National amateur is there? I did not know about that thing. I'll check about it. But 8th of August is till what time the tournament is there, that national amateur? Please let me know. Okay, dynamic chess is like hello Mr. Incredible. Butterscotch is also here. Good to have you, Butterscotch, in the chat. B into c5. Okay, and the point is like here I'm showing you black will be in big trouble, because all the pieces will be coming towards black king, and Grischuk will definitely have some chances. So he here in this position which we are looking at, it will not be so easy to play the moves which we are thinking. So here bishop h4 castling, and they are still thinking in this position. They're still thinking. Hello Swarang, good to have you here. Okay, we'll come back to Carlsen's game. There is no improvement in the game. They are still thinking. Okay, we'll come back to Vidit's game. Knight g4, and Vidit is also thinking in this game. Okay, fine. So we will look at Amin Tabatabaei's game. Amin Tabatabaei is sometimes I feel like his name is of that song, right? At Hawaii. Just like that, Tabatabaei is there. Knight c3, bishop b4, e3. Oh, I like this variation. I like this variation in Nimzo-Indian. Wherever when you play e3, I want to tell you one thing, that this bishop d2 variation, okay, this bishop d2 variation from white side in this e3 Nimzo-Indian was made famous by one Indian player, one Indian grandmaster. Okay, one question for you. Who that grandmaster be? Who made this line with e3 and bishop d2 famous in the world? Okay, not only in India but in the world. He made it famous. Who is that? Can you guess that player from white side? Can you guess that player? Shashi Kiran. Well, not Shashi Kiran, quite close, quite close. He was, I will tell you one hint, okay? He was Vishwanathan Anand's second in his World Chess Championship. Yeah, Vishwanathan Anand, but not Vishwanathan Anand. His second played it. No, not Surya Shekhar Ganguly. Someone else. He is working with Vishy Anand since many years, and he was there with Vishy Anand for 10 years. In his two World Championship matches, he was there. Who was he? He was not Surya Shekhar Ganguly. He was not. He is not Surya Shekhar Ganguly. He is no, not Ganguly. This variation was made famous by Sandeepan Chanda. Do you know that Sandeepan Chanda was in Anand's team for a long time? Even Ganguly also stopped at some point, but Sandeepan Chanda never really stopped working with Vishwanathan Anand. So this variation is famous in the chess world by Sandeepan Chanda's variation. Means, okay. Then bishop into c3, knight e4, knight to e2, b6. Yes, Sandeepan. Yes, Sandeepan made it famous. d5, bishop a6, b3, b5, queen to d3. The pawn on c4 is protected over here. He captures knight into c3, knight into c3, b into c4, b into c4, and e5. Okay, we have two options, knight d5 and queen d5. Quickly, come on, quickly, tell me, which option will you play? Knight d5 or queen d5? Let me know. Come on, tell me. Okay, knight d5 is Karthik's option. Anyone else? Anyone else wants to predict about this thing? And do register for the event also. We are going to have the event, and the registration link and everything is given in the description. Don't forget to do that thing. Okay. I hope that you will be the part of the tournament which we are going to have on 8th of August. Oh, wait, queen d5. Knight c6, then queen c5, we win the pawn. But it's not necessary to play knight c6, right? He can play queen b6 also. This is also a possibility, because if you capture bishop into queen into a8, let's suppose you can play queen b6. If you capture here, then bishop b7 and the queen will be trapped. One thing is also there, queen b2 is also coming. So this is hanging, this is hanging. I think black will be the one who will win the game, because if you save the rook, let's suppose you play this move, then queen into c3 check comes here, then bishop into c4 check comes, then king f3, and I think black is going to win the game for sure. There will be something in this case. Knight c6 will come, the rook is attacking the queen, plus knight e5 is going to come on the board. I think it will be over very soon. Let's suppose it's not there, sorry. Let's suppose you play this, knight e5 check will be there, king f4, queen f6 check. King has two squares, king e4 is also there, but now we can you go d5? Yeah, d5 is a possibility. Rook into d5 if you play, then what can we do? Or we can play some simple move. Just play rook e8. There is knight d3 check is going to come, and he cannot really save the thing. What he will do? Bishop into c4 you can play, but then what should black play? We can play knight into c4, but in that case the king is going to d3 square. Maybe this check. King can come over here, then queen g4 checkmate. Yeah. Okay, there will be a checkmate. So queen d5 is a viable option. Instead of queen g6, okay, queen g6, instead of queen g6, queen okay, here you are talking about queen g5 looks more promising. king here, and then knight c6 if queen comes here, then knight e5 check, king e4, and well, again the same position is there, no, rook e8, and a similar position is there. It has not changed a lot. Okay, we have one option also. I missed this thing, bishop into c4. I think this was also one of the option. We can capture on g2. I did not consider capturing on g2 earlier. Okay, he is still thinking here. Black needs to think. He cannot just play any move. Bishop fork. Yeah, it is going to be there. Okay, let's come back to Vidit's game. Finally, Vidit has played bishop to g5. So bishop f4 was not played. I think bishop to f4 had this e5 trick. So that's why Vidit said like, okay, I'm not going to play bishop to f4 because e5 might be played on the board. So Vidit goes for bishop g5, staying away from all the complications with e5 move. Now, what will black play? Maybe rook b8 to attack the pawn on b2. One of the interesting options. Or he can still go for e5 because you cannot capture here because the pawn on f2 will be hanging in that case. Knight... okay, Apna Mahi is saying like you were asking queen d5 because if your queen is not a target, then it's a good in the center. Well, Mahi, I will tell you like in the opening phase, even if it is not targeted right now, then it is not a good place for the queen. Queen should not be there in the center of the board. At least not in the opening phase. You can bring the queen in the center of the board, maybe in the later stage of the game if it's going to be useful for you. Okay. Oh, okay. Karthik, I will correct you one thing that fork means basically you attack two or more pieces at the same time. Okay, so the fork can be given with the knight, it can be given with the bishop, it can be given with any means pawn can also give a fork. If pawn is attacking two pieces or two pawns at the same time, you can say it's a fork. And fork can be given with rooks also. So the skewer is special. Skewer is different. In skewer, the main difference is like a major piece. Okay, major piece will be in front and a minor piece will be behind. Means whichever is valuable, not only the major piece, but whichever is valuable, it will be front, and whichever is not valuable, it will be behind. So if you attack the first piece, then the first piece needs to move away, but because you cannot just give it away, and then the minor piece, a pawn or something like that, will be behind and that will be taken out. That is called as the skewer. Okay, that is called as the skewer. So skewer is not just about these things. I hope that you have understood what is skewer and what is fork. Okay, knight fork is special. That's it. I hope now you have understood. So I taught you something good. So guys, if you also understood something, please yeah, skewer is opposite of pin. Exactly. In pin, what happens? A minor piece is usually in front, so it cannot really move because a major piece is behind, which is more valuable is behind. And skewer, exactly opposite is there. Means it's like a reciprocal. Major piece or important piece will be in the front, and a less important piece will be in behind. So the less important piece will be captured whenever the major piece moves. Do like the stream if you understood it. Okay, if you did not understand, you can ask me the question. Yes, skewer is opposite of pin. Yes, exactly. Okay, coming back to the game here, bishop g5, and Vidit's opponent is still thinking. Dubarbayli Vasif is his name. His rating is 2625 and Vidit's rating is 2726. This is almost 99 points difference is there between two players. Quite a big difference. Okay, I want to check it out what is happening in Karjakin's game also. because Mr. Karjakin is playing against one of the toughest opponent, MVL, but they have not played anything. They are still thinking in the position. They are still. Reciprocal is not opposite in mathematics. Yes, it is not opposite in mathematics. Reciprocal just means that it is ulta, nothing else. So king to d8. What do you think like white will play here in this position? Can you predict any move? Can you predict any move? I predict that maybe the knight might come in the center with knight ce4. It might come on the board. Basically, any piece can fork. My bad. Yeah, any piece can fork. Definitely. Any piece can fork. It's okay, Karthik. It happens. Like it's a simple thing. I thought like you heard about this thing in the book which you read, that tactics from the scratch. In that book, maybe you have read about this thing or something. I thought like that. Okay, so I'll go to the other game also. I'll go to the other game also. Sam Shankland is playing against Peter Svidler. Both of them are my favorite opponents. Both of them are my favorite opponents. Means favorite opponent means favorite players, I mean to say. Vidi is now second highest rated player in India. Yeah, he became second highest long back, right? He became second highest 2 days back, I guess so. You had Berlin endgame. Bishop to b5 and then castles, a6, bishop d3, knight f6, rook to e1, e6, c3, bishop e7, bishop to c2, b5, d4 has been played. Bishop b7, then knight d2. Did you watch Nuber versus Abhijit yesterday? No, I did not watch it. I did not watch it. I saw Nuber was streaming, but he was streaming after the World Cup games, I think. That's what I saw. Did he do anything else also? And one more thing I would like to say to the viewers, that don't forget to like our stream, okay? And do subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Yeah, Svidler has played in a very unique way. That's what I will say. Yes, transposed to Kopek system against the Sicilian. Oh, really? I don't know about that name, but I have played this system with black pieces. That's what I can say. I have played this system with the black pieces. Oh, wow. That's quite cool. That's quite cool. Krishnakant Sharma, thank you very much. Thank you very much. भाई कल नुबेर को नेशनल की प्रैक्टिस करवा रहे थे. Oh really? That's cool. That's cool. Anup, don't worry about it. That it is not disliked by many people. It is disliked by one some person. Some person is disliking it from many different accounts. Maybe we have a good hater in the chat. Nothing else. It means that we are doing something good, right? I like it. Whoever is there, but you are not coming in front of us, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. They played for like 2-3 hours continuously, more than 50 games, I think. Wow, that's good, cool. That's quite cool. Okay, we will come back to the game over here. Game over here. अच्छी चीज को नजर नहीं लगनी चाहिए, इसलिए डिसलाइक भी बनता है. Yeah, because we don't even have that much watching. Still, if it's going to happen like this, then it's good to keep critics near as they kept you humble despite of negativity. क्या बात है? It's okay, it's fine. It's their wish. Okay, knight c3, knight c6, bishop f4, a6, knight e5, queen b6, knight c6. We were around this position, and Vidit is playing quite fast over here, but his opponent is thinking. Opponent is thinking. Go Vidi, crush them all. Yeah, but the opponent should also play something. Without, if he doesn't play anything, then what can Vidit do? Let's predict some move. I talked about rook b8 and attacking this pawn, and also e5. They're still taking to that thing only. So I think I will shift to other game and check out other game. Let's look at another game. Today's games are going a little bit slowly. Okay. Oh, Krishnakant Sharma ji, thank you very much. You are saying like your streams are awesome. Keep up the good work, and thank you very much. Love. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the super chat. So here Fedoseev is white, and d4 and f6, c4, g6, knight c3, and d5. Okay, Grunfeld again, bishop d2. Okay, in Nimzo-Indian also we took that Nimzo-Indian bishop d2 was played, and Fedoseev is also playing bishop to d2. That's quite cool. Bishop g7, cd5, knight d5, e4, knight c3, bishop into c3, castles, queen to d2, c5, d5, e6, bishop c4, ed5, bishop into d5, knight c6, knight f3, bishop g4, bishop into g7. Okay, they exchanged the bishops, and now what happened? Exchange the pieces also here, and we are already into the endgame. We are already into the endgame. These two pawns are a little bit weak. The pawn on b2 is also weak, and white is having a little bit bad structure, means pawn structure on the king side. That's also something is there. That's also something is there. So what will... Okay, Aditya, good to have you here in the chat, and study well. Okay, study well. Study well. So rook to c1, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? Maybe rook into c5 is the threat on the board, which black cannot really stop that thing. Black might play rook to d8 and attack this pawn on b2. But as far as I know, I have seen this kind of endgame earlier also. Miss this opening play, I already saw this thing, and this is mostly equal. Mostly equal. The game might end in a draw. The game might end in a draw anytime. So here, rook to c1, rook b8, b3 might be played, and what's going to happen after that? nothing. Maybe black will play a5, a4 and try to undermine this pawn structure on this side of the board. Nothing else really will be happening in that thing, right? Nothing else will be happening. Thanks Udit for the registration. Okay, we'll have again the game Berlin endgame, and g4 has been played in that position. Okay, MVL is saying like I am going to break open something on the king side. He plays g4, h into g4, h into g4, knight to d4, and then rook d1. Okay, this is pinned, so he supports the knight with c5 move. That's quite cool. Here only the thing is that white needs to get c3. If this is done, that is good. And another thing is that bishop into g5 is also one of the threats. So maybe knight into e6 can be played in order to get rid of the two bishops on the board. Knight into e6, maybe rook into e6, and then we can move the knight maybe to e4 square with the idea of playing c3. And if king moves, then in that case also we can play c3. No, we cannot play c3 I guess, because knight e2 check is threatened. So I think king f1 needs to be played. This is also one thing. Or if we capture knight into e6, rook into e6, knight b5 is also move, because the idea is to play knight into d4, c into d4, and rook into d4. Okay, that's also there. Let's play the move. Let's play the move. Capture, play knight b5. Oh no, rook into. I mean to say like rook into e6, and then if knight to b5. The thing is that we are going to capture here. King c8 should be played because c3 is also one of the threats. If king to c8, then knight into d4, c into d4, rook into d4, and 2 3 4 5 pawns are there, 6 pawns are here, but black will definitely try to get the activity with f6 move. If we capture here, then bishop into f6, the rook is being attacked, plus the idea of rook to e2 is there, and attacking rook c4 can be played. And okay, 1 versus 2 is there on this side of the board. The c7 pawn is attacked, so c6 will be played, but black is having some play with rook e2. Maybe this might be played on the board, so c5 is there on the board, and we need to wait for the move. We'll wait for the move after some time. After queen to d5, we were discussing about this thing, and after that queen to a5, then queen d2, knight c6, and then nothing has been played. We did not go for anything else in the position. Queen is still there, and I have played similar structure in my game also against Adiban, and the game was kind of equal all the time. The thing is that the c5 pawn will be a weakness, and d7 will also be a weakness. Black needs to get the rook in the game very quickly. Maybe rook b8 and rook e8. These are the two moves which I feel might happen on the board after some time. It might happen on the board after some time. Oh, Udit is asking, sir, how are you? Are you feeling well after the vaccine? Well, after the vaccine, I am until now quite good. Only my hand was paining a little bit because I was wearing the coat. So I have removed my coat. Now I am feeling normal. But at any point, if I feel tired or something like that, I will just stop the streaming. I'll just stop the streaming. But till now I'm feeling completely fine. That's why I'm streaming and I'm talking also. So energy is there. Usually it happens like at night the effects start happening, because I heard that second dose is not that much powerful, so your body is already adapted. So I think I'll be normal. I hope so. I will be normal because I have a lot of work to do. Tomorrow also I have some classes and the live stream is there, so I need to be good. Yeah, Karthik is saying like okay, Deepak is asking chess.com staff kaise bante hai. Well, Deepak, I don't know exactly, but you can contact Rakesh Kulkarni for that thing. You can contact Rakesh Kulkarni. He is chess.com's head in India. You can contact him on Twitter. He is always like active on Twitter. So do contact him and he can help you. Okay. Guys, get your friends as well. Let us reach more audience. Kya baat hai? Adapted. Yeah, means what can we say? Like we are adapted to it, right? Oh, you got 3 days fever after first dose. Yes, I also got almost 2 days fever after first dose, but second dose is of same power, but as it is second dose, you are used to it. Yes, Vivo, that's what I'm saying. We are used to it, so maybe my body will be used to it. I won't feel that much tired, but I'm going to rest tonight, and I hope that tomorrow morning I should be good, because tomorrow I have 3 classes plus I want to stream about this World Cup also. So hope so. Everything will be cool, and we will have fun tomorrow also. Today, obviously, we are streaming here, and I am completely fine. But thanks for your concern. That's what I will say. Okay. Okay, coming back here, bishop e2 is played, new move is there on the board, and now after bishop to e2, maybe rook a b8 we were thinking about, that might happen on the board, and rook e8. These are the two ideas which I know which black players play in this position. Okay, yeah, taking vaccine is very important, all must do it. Yes, definitely, definitely, taking vaccine is very, very important, and we must do it. Yeah, I will be streaming. I'll be streaming, no issues. That's why I'm streaming, no? I'm saying only if I get the fever, I'll stop the streaming. Stop means I will take break from the streaming, maybe for a day or something like that. But if I'm not having any fever, if I'm completely fine, then obviously I'll be streaming all the days. Okay, I think Vidit must have played something, and Vidit has not played anything until now. I think there is some problem with Magnus Carlsen's game. What is the problem with Carlsen's game? They are showing something pretty wrong. This is not the position which is there on the board. Why will anybody play knight to e5? Do you know what is happening in Magnus Carlsen's game? Do you know? Poonam Ghosh, good to have you here, Poonam. Okay. G3, this was the game. Okay, bishop b4. We were like always looking at something else only. Something was crazy in the game. Bishop to g2, castles, knight d7, bishop c3, c5 has been played, and knight d2, b6, and then knight e5. Okay, fine. Knight is coming in the center of the board. Okay, now we can analyze this game, because earlier with the position which we were looking at, that was not at all good, but here the position seems to be completely fine. Maybe black can play d into c4, then we will have knight into c4. If this is captured, we can play this. But one thing is there from white side, the idea of knight c6 followed by knight into e7 is there, which I feel like is very, very strong. dc4 will not be good, because a8 rook will be hanging in that case. Only possibility is c into d4. But after c into d4, let's suppose we play knight to c6, attacking the queen as well as the bishop. Queen e8 is forced because we need to save the knight over here, and then okay, we can capture knight into e7, queen into e7, and then bishop into d4. This seems to be equal position to me, and after bishop e7, maybe cd5 will be played at some point, but black cannot really play d into c4 at any point, because the bishop on b7 will be hanging. So black needs to play somewhere like e5. This is one of the moves, and then followed by not d4 is also there, but I don't think so. Let's okay, cd5 can be played, which looks very common move. Or apart from this thing, what should we do? Should we play rook to c1? This is also one of the moves, but I'm concerned about e5 move. And then if bishop goes to c3 square, then obviously d4 will not be good. Bishop into b7 is coming, so knight c5 can be one of the options, and then c into d5, knight into d5, and we can carry on. Oh, Abhishek is here. Good to have you, Abhishek, after a long time. Abhishek, have you registered for the tournament? Because last time I remember you won our tournament. Did you win, or I think you won the tournament, right? I think, yeah, in one of the tournament. But this time, Abhishek, we are going to have prize money tournament, and maybe the players might be a little bit more stronger. So try to win the tournament this time also. I hope you will play. मेरी 2 लाइफ चल रही है. Really? I don't know about that thing. I didn't know about that thing. Maybe some technical glitch is there. Oh, really? Let me check. Okay, that is technical glitch was there, I guess so. Nothing else. Nothing else. I will just stop it. I'll just stop that thing. I think it is now proper. Is it good now? I think it's good. That was some technical glitch which happened. I think it's properly done now. Abhishek is saying like this time I'll try by. It's gonna be tough ride. Just let me know whether the other stream is stopped or not, because that was something. Okay, it's fine now, right? I did not even know that other stream was there. It's gonna be tough ride this time as you have increased the price fund. Yes, the price fund is increased this time, and we have almost like 13,000 is cash prize, and there are diamond memberships also, means 1 month diamond membership. So it's almost more than 15,000 total prize fund. So definitely the players will be much more stronger this time. Okay, in the game bishop b7 was played, and then knight into d7 was played. Okay, thanks for letting me know. That's what I will say. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, thank you Karthik for letting me know. See, if anything this kind of things happen, no, do let me know, because I did not even know about the other stream. Maybe by mistake I went live 2 times. I felt like I made some mistake when I was going for the live today, but then I just clicked the other stream and it was working. I saw, then I felt like okay, everything is fine. Okay, Magnus is here with us, and he has captured knight into d7. Now maybe queen d7 is the natural move, and d into c5, then maybe bishop b into c5, and we can expect that he might go into the center with cd5 and ed5. This can definitely happen in the game. This can definitely happen. So queen d7 is on the board, and we are expecting for dc5 or cd5. If he wants to play very solid, then e3 is one of the move, which is a very solid move. Okay, what's happening in Vidit's game? Mr. Vidit Gujrathi. Oh, his opponent played e5. We talked about this thing, that this is a good idea, because if we capture here, the pawn on f2 will be hanging. So Vidit plays a very calm move. He plays h3. He's asking his opponent's knight to go back in the position. If the knight goes back, then what is happening? Let's check it out. Okay, if knight goes back here, we can just capture the pawn. So it will be pawn up in that case. So black needs to counter attack. Sir, which Wi-Fi are you using? Well, I have 2 Wi-Fis. One is, means I have local Wi-Fis. Like, do you know Railnet? By any chance, do you know Railnet? I'm using Railnet one, and other Wi-Fi is something else only. I don't know other Wi-Fi. How about knight f2? Is it working? f6 he played. Okay, knight f2 you asked, no? We'll check it out. Knight into f2. Let's just capture it here. And then what's your idea? You want to capture here, right? This is your idea. But there knight to a4 will be played. Knight to a4, the queen will be attacked in that case, and I think we can just play king somewhere on e1, and it should be fine. Like if you play this thing, then e3 is also one of the ideas. If you capture, then bishop will capture. It will be good. Naval is thank you very much for the super chat, Naval. Sir, we all love your dedication to chess. You will be a GM one day. Kya baat hai? If this thing happens, I will definitely give you a party. Okay. I'll give you definitely a party. I'll find it out, and who you miss, where do you live, and all. We will definitely party. I'll invite you for the party. Sir, please predict the winner of this round. It will be a lot of fun. Okay. I feel like okay, Vidit should win. Okay, so I predict Vidit is going to win. Carlsen's game, I think it's very equalish until now, and okay, Karjakin and MVL. I don't know. Both players are pretty strong. Yeah, anything is possible. You can be. Yes, we will definitely be. Will definitely be. Karthik is like पता नहीं कितने party बाकी है. Karthik, you should meet me, man. Whenever you meet me, I'll give you party. Don't worry about it. Because of this lockdown only, I'm not meeting. Otherwise, we would have met. Chess Night channel. Hello, Atul bhai. Hello, hello. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Bare hintav hellane. See, I can also read that thing, okay? So don't type in English at least. If you want to talk in some other language, then type in other language. Okay, f6 has been played. If you play h into g4, then f into g5 will be played. And I think, can we capture here? No, we can capture on e5 also. D into e5 is also possibility, but I don't know whether we should go for that thing or should we go for other thing. I think we should capture here and then capture on g5. But whenever we go for the g5 pawn, the problem is the b2 pawn. Queen into b2, and then we again needs to come back with queen c1, and that looks shaky. That looks shaky. Means rook b8 will be played first of all, attacking this pawn, and then knight a4 is one of the ideas to protect the pawn on b2 as well as attack the queen on b6 and queen b3, and then we have to play queen d1 because we cannot move the knight, and we cannot even come back on c3 square because in that case the b2 pawn will be hanging. So queen into d1 and then rook into d1 and then bishop into g4. Black will be having two bishops, and white's king is in the center. I will prefer this position playing from the black side. I will prefer black side. Okay, Marathi yete ka? Yes, obviously. I know Marathi. I'm Marathi. I know Marathi. Okay, a very tough game, I'll say. A very tough game. And very creative also. The way the opening has been played is really creative. Both players have played really interesting chess. Do you think that this might be with its preparation? Do you think like? I don't think so, because he has taken up 1 hour and 8 minutes for this, and opponent obviously is out of preparation. He's having only 1 hour and 1 minute. Sir, are you from Pune? Well, I stay in Pune sometimes, but right now I'm not from Pune. I'm from Parbhani. I live in Parbhani. Can you show Svidler's game? Definitely, we will see Svidler's game. Where is Mr. Svidler? Mr. Svidler is playing against Shankland. Okay. They have not progressed that much. We were around this position when we looked at, and after that he played only 2 moves like queen to b6, knight g3 came, and then c into d4. I think white is going to capture c into d4, and the symmetrical structure will be here. Black is playing only in first 3 ranks, you can say, because the pieces are like behind in this position, and black might just go for rook c7 followed by rook c8, trying to get the control of the c file. Oh, Vivo, good to know that you are from Mumbai. Had you ever visited NDA? It's also in Pune. Yeah, I have visited NDA because one of my friend's father is in NDA. So once I've been to his house, that time only I visited NDA. After that, never. I never really went to any NDA. Means in Pune, I'm saying. Only once, and that too, the thing which I'm talking about is quite long back. You can say 7 or 8 years back I went to NDA. CD4, and here is the position. B4 has been played on the board. Yeah, maybe B4 is played because bishop needs to be protected here. It should not go to C3 square. That is also one of the ideas which is there on the board. And do like the stream, guys. Okay, if you like the stream, then only we will be able to reach more people, and if we reach more people, then definitely we can enjoy more. Okay, we can enjoy more. So do support our channel. do like the stream, and you can watch the other videos also which we are publishing. I hope that you are enjoying the stream with me. Okay, you are enjoying the stream. He should have put the bishop on e3. Okay, that's what Mr. Karthik is suggesting over here. And if that is the suggestion, then what we are going to do? Okay, now also he can play bishop e3, isn't it? Why there is there any problem playing bishop to e3 right now? I think it's a possibility, and we can definitely go for bishop to e3 in this position also. This is a very simple move. Then the queen will be under attack if g5 is played. I think after bishop to e3, queen might just move. Queen a5 is also one of the ideas to attack the pawn on a2, or he has another move is queen d8. But queen d8 looks very passive move. Maybe queen a5 I will prefer. I mean, in first place, why did he play bishop d2 mystery? Ah, okay, in first place. Okay, here in this position he played bishop to d2. In this position you are talking about he should have played bishop e3. Okay, I think bishop e3 if you play, then the pawn on e4 is hanging, right, Karthik? Means we can capture c into d4, and then just play bishop into e4. What are you going to do? Capture bishop into h6, and we have knight into f2. The queen is being attacked here in this position, and if you play queen e2, then knight h3, gh3, and then we can capture g into h6. The king will hide on h8 square or h6, h7 square, and the rook will come to g8 square and attack the king. That is there, right? Makes sense. Like e4 followed by knight into f2 is the idea, because bishop h6 is possible. Bishop h6 is possible, which can be played, but okay, h6 bishop d2, and okay, this is the thing. Yeah, we cannot give up the e4 pawn. That's right? So that's why they are playing a little bit slow chess. And maybe as we were talking about b4, and maybe they will go for bishop e3 and all such moves. Bishop e3 followed by queen to d2, and maybe this bishop will move. It might move to b1 square, and then some rook exchanges might also happen on the board. So that's a possibility which is there. Okay, any questions, any more questions? Because I will be shifting to other game now. I want to see like what happened in the Berlin endgame. Okay, that's something which I wanted to check it out. And okay, this is the position on the board. Okay, knight e2. He played knight e2. He did not go for knight into e6. He played knight to d2. This is also something which we were thinking about. King to c8 in order to get rid of this pin over here. Knight captures d4, c captures d4, and then rook into d4. Okay, the pawn on g4 will be captured, then pawn on f7 will be captured, and then this rook is being attacked. I don't think so he'll go for that thing. I don't think so. Means bishop into g4 will definitely be played. Knight into f7 if you play, then all you need to do is like just play rook to h5 followed by bishop f3, and then the possibility of rook h1 check and mate is there, and then white needs to be very passive with the bishop h2 move. Yes, tournament participation is free till 31st of July, guys. Okay, and participation fees will be 50 rupees from 1st of August. And the prize money is 13,000, and there will be more prizes related to chess.com membership. Diamond memberships are there, and we are going to give some prizes for women players also. So encourage your friend circle, whoever is there in your family also. If someone, a girl or a woman plays chess, then do encourage them to participate in the tournament, because the first prize for the women players is 1,500 plus 1 month diamond membership. So there will be 2 more prizes. So for another thing which I would like to say, that age group prizes are also there, that under 9, under 11, and under 13. These age group prizes are also there on in the tournament. So I hope that you will definitely get some of your friends also in the tournament, and you will also participate in the tournament. And keep liking the stream. Today we are hoping that we will reach 150 likes, which we reached yesterday. So keep liking the stream if you are new here, and even if you are roaming around here and there, just visiting our stream once, you can definitely like the stream and support the channel. Okay, and you can ask me any questions, whatever the questions you have, you can always ask me. You can always ask me. I'm completely free to and if you are new here on our channel, do subscribe to the channel. Okay, now coming back to the game of Vidit Gujrathi, where is Mr. Gujrathi is playing. Okay, here he captured on g4, and now f into g5 will be played on the board, and after f into g5, what do we have? Okay, d into e5, sorry, d into e5 was played on the board. No, it cannot be possible. Queen into f2 is coming. This is not possible. Okay, I'll just refresh the page. There is some technical glitch, I guess so. Okay, he played h into g4, f into g5, and d into e5. Okay, we already saw this position. We talked about this b2 pawn is a weakness, and he will go for rook b8, knight a4, queen b3, queen d1. We already talked about this position. This is an equal position. In the end, bishop into g4 will be played by black, and I guess so. They are heading towards equal position, but we never know. They need to find out something in the position. They need to find out something. This is going to be a very long game, I guess so. Okay, we'll have a very quick look at Grischuk game also and Carlsen's game also. In the Carlsen's game, c into d5 was played. Okay, knight d7, queen d7, and we were talking about d into c5. He played for that thing only, b into c5, and then c into d5 is played by white. Okay, fine. Now, what will black play? One move is possible, that is just capture into d5, and then with the idea of d4, so that in that case white needs to play e3 and stop this pawn from coming on d4 square. This is a possibility which can happen, which can definitely happen on the board. What's your prediction? What's your prediction? Will Esipenko play into d5, or will he play something else? What's your take on this thing? Let's have some moves also. Let's talk about the moves. Okay, knight d5 is also very interesting, I guess so. Knight into d5 also there. Okay, and then what can we play? Knight into c3 is one of the ideas. Or maybe means here we can play rook to c1 or queen c2 or something like that, or knight c4 is also fine. Okay, knight to c4 is good, because knight into c3 will not be possible right now in the position. He needs to first of all move the queen, and then only the knight into c3 move will be possible, right? Knight d5. Okay, dynamic chess is talking about knight to d5. Okay, Laksh. Yeah, Laksh, like whatever, like I was happy only when that thing happened, and now also I'm happy, because we are doing the stream for spreading the chess, not only for the likes, because or dislikes, whatever it is, because if somebody likes the stream, then it can reach to more people, and we want to spread chess. That's our aim, and we are covering this World Cup because of many reasons. One of them is our star player Vidit Gujrathi is playing, and other players were also there. So that's our main motivation, to spread chess among everyone, whatever I can do. I know that very few people come on the stream, but whoever comes here, I try to give them information and I like to comment about the game. In a way, it also helps me because I also go through the games a little bit more cautiously, because when you are looking at the game just by yourself, then you go through the game very quickly. But when you are explaining something, when you are trying to understand the position and then explain it to the viewers, then you benefit out of it. Means as a player I'm talking about, because I am still a player, I'm not just a coach. I still want to play tournaments after few months when the COVID situation will be normal. And this is a win-win situation, I must say. This is a win-win situation for the viewers as well as for me. Okay, so now here knight into d5 was the prediction, and they are yet to play the game. We will look at one more game here. I want to see what is happening. We have not looked at this game since long time. That game is between Bacrot and Casper or Caxper. What is this is a Polish name, so I don't know how to pronounce it. Should we pronounce Casper here, because Casper is a normal name, or is it Caxper? Do you know? Yeah, Esipenko has beaten Carlsen in past, and definitely Carlsen, Miss Esipenko can definitely win against Carlsen. No doubt about that thing. No doubt about that thing. Etony Backrot is super strong player. Okay, very strong player. Now I think like recently he shifted his federation or not. No, he's from France only, I think, since that. Hello Sajid, good to have you here. Sajid, good to have you here. Okay, e4 e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5 a6, bishop a4, bishop c5 c3, knight f6 castles, and then d4. Immediately he went for the d4. Bishop went back to a7 square, then captures on e5, knight to e4, then queen to d5. Okay, knight c5. He captures on c2, knight e7, queen d1. He plays d5. Okay, e d6, queen d6, queen into d6, c into d6. Some bunch of exchanges happen. Rook to d1, and then the rook is attacking on the pawn on d1 d6 square. Bishop g4 came, rook into d6. He played bishop f5. Oh, this is something which is a little bit surprising. I was expecting bishop into f3, but maybe he did not go for this thing because of okay, let's see what happens. If he capture here, obviously it will be captured, and these two bishops are there. Maybe he did not want white to have two bishops. Okay, caper. Okay, it is a caper, really? Maybe I don't know how to pronounce the name. Okay, so I'll call him Casper for the easiest name. Bishop f5, knight came on a3 square to support the bishop on c2, and then knight e4, bishop into e4, bishop into e4, rook to d1, then knight to f5. Okay, then what's going to happen? Still bishop into f5 is always there on the board, because one pair of means bishop from white side, bishop is gone, so maybe bishop into f3 is a possibility which might happen. Then this bishop will be strong. I think it might be played, so maybe white will just move the knight from this square to d4 square, because then knight into d4, e into d4, rook d8, bishop e3, rook k c8, and it should be an equal position. Is bishop into d5 bad? Okay, bishop into d5 bad. When are you talking about bishop into d5? Can you please tell me when bishop into d5? Chess Knight channel, can you please tell me when bishop into d5 and which game you are talking about? If you can enlighten me, then I will definitely look at the game. Okay, drink a little bit of water. Oh, thank you very much for, I did not see that thing. Thank you very much for completing 64 squares. Okay, means it means that we have completed one chessboard now with the likes. I'll pin this comment. Hello Narendra ji, good to have you here. Good to have you here. And guys, I would like to say that we are going to organize one tournament on 8th of August. And do register for the tournament. Don't forget to register for the tournament if you have not done till now. And we will definitely enjoy the tournament. I'll be live streaming also about the tournament, so I hope that you will be the part of the tournament. Knight d4. Okay, knight d4. Kedrieli is saying knight d4. Yeah, knight e4. This variation we already saw. Knight e4. They have played this thing, rook d1 and the knight f5. This is the position on the board. This is the position on the board. Yes, Jaikan definitely will look at Karjakin's game only after some time. Okay, we have not looked at Tabatabai's game. And okay, black has played a very interesting idea, I think so. Rook comes into the camp here. Okay, rook comes into the camp. The knight on c3 is being attacked by 2 pieces. White is also supporting this knight with 2 pieces. And now what? Queen c2, rook into a3, queen into e2. Narendra ji, the list will not be there. If your name is in the club, it means that you are in the tournament. Have you checked your name in the club? If you are the part of the club, then you are in the tournament. Okay. And I know that there were certain registrations which I have not yet accepted, because today I was busy taking the vaccination, means vaccine, and now I am completely vaccinated. I got my second dose of vaccine today, and I will work tomorrow. Okay, today I will take rest because I need to sleep at night. I'm already feeling very sleepy, but after some time, maybe after some time, I'll just sleep. I'll take rest. My eyes are closing, so for some reason I don't know. But at least I would like to wait until one time control. At least I would like to wait. Okay, let's look at Carlsen's game once again. What did he play? We'll refresh the page and we'll come back to the game here. Okay, he played into d5. We were expecting Karthik's suggestion was to play knight into d5, but he did not go for that thing. He played e into d5 with the idea of playing d4 move, and then he played e3, rook f b8. By the way, Grischuk का गेम आज डुडा के साथ है ना? Yes, Grischuk is playing against Duda. Guys, I'll just come back, okay? I'm feeling very sleepy. I'll just come back. I'll wash my face and I'll come back. Thank you very much, Narendra ji. I'll just come back. I'll wash my face. I'm feeling very sleepy. Okay, I'm back. I had sent it in Vidit Durai Baili game. Akhilesh is here. Hello Akhilesh, good to have you here. Good to have you here. And you came back. I came back in right time, I think. Akhilesh is here. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I mean, still, I'm not feeling sleepy. I was feeling sleepy, so I washed my face and I just came back. And if I feel more sleepy, then maybe I'll stop for a while. But I'm good. I'm good. What's your prediction? Will Vidit win today? Can you, Akhilesh, you are there, so please predict like what will happen. Will Carlsen win? Will Vidit win? What do you think? I'm hoping that Carlsen and Vidit will definitely win. Let me know about your prediction. Let me know about prediction about Vidit and Carlsen. Thank you, Akhilesh. Pawn h4 then g4. क्या बात है? Do you really think that he is going to push the pawn to g4? Okay, h4 I can understand, but g4 definitely not. Vidi will win. Okay, dynamic chess is saying like, okay, Vidi will win. Magnesium, calcium gang. Yeah, Magnus will definitely try to win. The pawn on d5 is a weakness. The pawn on d5 is a weakness. This bishop is also there. And d4 has been stopped for a while, I guess so. It stopped for a while. Always support the underdog. Well, that's the mentality. That's the mentality of many people, that we always feel like we should support the underdog, right? Anuj, yes, definitely. We will look at MVL's game also. Just 1 minute. Carlsen seems to be on revenge mode since he lost to Esipenko in Tata Steel. Yeah, he lost to Esipenko definitely. And I even analyzed that game on my channel. And Karthik, can you play? Okay, Karthik is not from his user ID, but if you can put it, I will only put it. Like, I analyzed that game between Carlsen and Esipenko on my channel also. Okay, as the demand is there, we will look at MVL's game. Let's look at what is happening in MVL's game. Mr. MVL is playing over here, and we are on this position, rook to d4. They have not played anything as such in this position. I'll just refresh if they have played anything, because we are already on that position which is there on the board. Okay, they have played something, rook d4. Okay, knight d4, g5, rook a6, a4, rook c6, c3, rook b6, b4. Okay, and rook c6, rook d3. Oh wow, nice. This is attack, but as we know this thing, that Berlin endgames are tend to be very equal, and they usually go for the drawish nature. Like maybe this might also end in a draw, because in the end there will be 5 pawns on the board. 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 pawns will be there, and it looks quite equal. Miss g4 pawn will definitely fall. White will not be able to stop that g4 pawn. Okay, let's suppose you play f3. This is also one of the possibilities which is there on the board, but to support the pawn that is there. So what will black play? Black can try to get some play with c5 move. If you capture here, then of course a4 will fall, then this pawn can definitely fall, or we can capture first on c5, give a check, bishop f2 will be played, we capture, and then rook into a4. This is also possible, but in that case this is the thing. Will white get any advantage? I don't think so. Black has the outside passed pawn, so black doesn't need to worry about it. And also Vidit must be coming up with a very important decision here. Really, Vidit, important decision where in his game? b4 was played by Vidit here. b4 was played by Vidit. I hope he wins. Also in Carlsen game, can he play bishop a5 followed by knight c4? Okay, we will look at that game also, but here Vidit has already played b4 move. What do you think about b4? Maybe b4 was played in order to stop this attack on b2, and also this c5 is also stopped here in this position. But okay, means stop means if we play, then we can capture here, means this capture it might happen on the board. But I somehow feel like this bishop should come in the game, and he needs to play e3 followed by bishop somewhere and then castle. That's the only way I feel here white should play, because after b4, yeah. Also, and thank you, Karthik, for giving the link. You changed your account, it came from this account. Thank you very much for the link. Yeah, for now we will just we'll keep the tournament registration, and 8th August tournament is there. We'll just keep that thing for the time being. Okay, we will keep both the things. Okay, we'll keep the both the things. Guys, I have analyzed Esipenko versus Carlsen's game, so you can definitely check that game also. Okay, Karthik has given the link to check it out. A5 for black looks great. Okay, Anuj is suggesting A5. Okay, A5, and E4 and knight A4. Narendra is suggesting from the white side. Okay, A5. First of all, we need to take care of A5, right? One interesting line in this game is bishop into g4, queen to g5, bishop into b4, ab4, queen b4. Really? But bishop into g4 you are suggesting, queen into g5. Okay, why will anybody go on this side of the board? First of all, that's the thing. And this is being attacked, right? But you want to capture on b4. Okay, a into b4, I'll just capture, queen into b4, and now I can come back. What did you achieve with giving up the piece? I don't think so you have achieved anything. Queen d2 is good. If the queen d2 was not coming on the board, then maybe d4 was a very good possibility, right? D4 was a very good possibility, but I think queen d2, and then he's kind of defending the position. You cannot play this move, because knight into d5 will be played. You can play d4, but then knight e4 will be played. Knight e4. I don't think so you are going to capture here, because if you capture here, obviously white will just win the game. So knight d6 check is coming on the board. That's also there. The a6 pawn is also a weakness, but right now we don't need to capture that thing. Maybe f3 followed by king f2 is there from white side if he wants to play like that. I think he will definitely defend. Okay, b4, and then he is thinking, right? B4 is in thinking. Guys, do like the stream, okay? And let's make it 100 likes today as soon as possible. So keep supporting the channel. If you like the stream, then we can reach more people, and then we can have more fun. All we want to do is like reach more people and spread chess and love for chess. Okay, so I hope that you will support the channel. Yeah, Karthik likes f3 and king f2. Yeah, that's a possibility which I feel like it might happen on the board. And let's see whether it happens on the board or not after some time. But definitely it was this is hard. Yeah, this game is a5 is played, by the way. A5 is played on the board by Vasif here. Vasif is playing kind of very strong chess, don't you think so? Queen d2, castle, and try to maintain the initiative. Okay, you want to maintain the initiative. Maybe we will check it out. Okay, a5 is played, but still we'll check out to vary your variation. Capture, queen d2, and you want to castle here in this position. Okay, I need to play f3 for sure, because the king should come in the game. Bishop is being attacked. Bishop might go behind, and then can I go for king f2? No, if I play king f2, then the queen on d2 will always be hanging, and I don't want to keep my queen hanging. Maybe I'll play e3. Bishop is attacking on a6, and then I'll go for castle. e3 followed by bishop into a6 is the threat, and then castling will be done. If white manages to castle in the position, then he should be fine. Don't you think so? He will be fine in that case if he manages to castle. But okay, White short castle. Yeah, white will go for the castle. He will just develop. Even if you save the bishop pawn, let's suppose you play a5, then I think like bishop e2 followed by castling is good. And black is not having any great initiative, but because if castling is dull, then the rook will come in the game with rook c1, and then the queen will be free to move around anywhere, and the knight will also jump around somewhere. So I think it should be normal. Rook a4 will come attacking the queen. Queen needs to go back, and the pawn on e5 is also there. So it's not that easy. Okay, here what's happened? A5 was played in the game. This is the position on the board. I think Vasif is a strong replacement for Raja for this tournament. Yeah. Vasif is triggered by Chess 24's tweet, which was deleted. So he is much more motivated to perform than any other tournament, any other player in the tournament. What was the tweet about? I don't even know. That's what I'm asking. Can you please write down briefly what Chess 24 tweeted? Did they say anything bad to him or something like that? Because I'm not that active on Twitter. I just put the tweet related to the stream, nothing else. I don't follow anything that much on Twitter. I mean to say on Twitter. You might be knowing it, right? So a5. If white short castle, Kedraili, to short castle, first of all, you need to bring your bishop in the game. Means for that, e3 should be played and bishop then you need to castle. It is a possibility. Akhilesh, you don't need to discuss, right? Means you can just write down very briefly, or you can write down in Marathi. Just write down in Marathi, that will be better. If you don't want to write down in English, write down in Marathi. Means you type in English only, but write it in Marathi. Then I will understand. What was the tweet about? Okay, Vidit is thinking here how to proceed. How to proceed is the question. Like, what will Vidit do? Okay, it's pronounced Kid Areli. Kid Areli. Is it correct? Kid Areli. Kid Areli, right? I think like it's perfect. Just give me a thumbs up if it's perfectly pronounced. B4, B5. You mean to say B5, Narendraji? Yeah, B5 we will consider here. B5, that's your prediction over here. And if you capture c into B5, then knight captures on D5. The queen is being attacked. That is one thing. Queen is not having this square. Maybe on C6 it can go. Maybe queen C6, but queen C6 means rook C1 is coming. Oh no, rook C1 will be played. Maybe he'll just go back to A7 square. This is also good because he needs to save this pawn also. And then what to do? I think E3 will be good. E3 followed by bishop move here and then castle. This is also good, I guess so. 203 countries participating in this World Cup. Not sure why chess is not included in Olympics. Well, in this World Cup, I don't think so 203 countries participated, because those many players will only were not there. Well, we had discussion about Anuj. We had a discussion about this, why chess is not there in Olympics yesterday only. And it's a very complicated topic to discuss, I must say. Chiarelli, Chiarelli, I think. Okay, Akhilesh is saying something. I will read it. Ki website cha. Okay. Kid Riley. Kid Riley. Kid Riley. The second part you nailed it. Really? Really? Okay, really. Kid Riley. Kid Riley. Why do you like keep this much difficult name? You can tell me your Indian name. That will be easy for me. Otherwise, I'll just say like, hi kid. Kid will be easy. Kid will be easy for me. Okay. Okay, Mr. Esipenko. I want to come back to Mr. Esipenko, what he is going to do. Carlsen has played rook e1. RO is easy, you know. See, RO I can say. It's very easy. Rook to e1. Oh, the game is over? No, I don't know. That was previous. Okay. Carlsen lost to Tata Steel. Carlsen lost to Esipenko in Tata Steel, right? Rook e1. What is he doing? I think he's just trying to build up some pressure on c5 and d5, nothing else. He's just trying to build up the pressure. By the way, do you know like Esipenko how old he is? I think he's just 18 years old or something like that. Do you know? Oh, it's something from the stream. Wow, that's really interesting. That's really interesting. Every game is even. Yeah, today's every game is even, and they are play. I think the first time, no, first game. That's why they are not playing anything in rush. They are playing only the with this game seems to be very imbalanced. Yes, I feel this with this game is pretty imbalanced. Like they are playing crazy opening. Look at both the kings are in the center of the board. Usually we don't see that thing in the game. Okay, we never really see this thing in the game in top place. They usually go for the castle. These bishops are there, these rooks are there, and look at this pawn on g4 and g5, and the other messed up pawn structure completely. So this is like Vidit versus Vasif game is completely original game. I feel so original game. Maybe now d4 has been played, knight might get the square on e4 square and try to play knight d6 or something like that. That is also that's something which I feel. But the moment you play your knight, queen into b5 can be played. Yeah, queen into b5 can be played in this position, because earlier when you were going to capture with c into b5, okay, then the d5 pawn was hanging. But now if you play this, then queen into b5 will be played. But in that case, queen into d4 is coming. Okay, I did not see this coming. Queen into d4 is also coming. What if just you capture c into b5 then? If you capture c into b5, then what is the idea? Should we just capture on g5, or should you play rook? Okay, rook d1 is also not good because the a3 pawn is hanging. So what should I do? Okay, if I play this move, I need to capture queen into d4. I think there is no other alternative. I have to capture. Okay, Akhilesh is saying that rook e1 prevented d4 with e4, cd4, bishop d4. Okay, in Magnus Carlsen game you are talking about, right? Rook e1 prevented d4. Yes, e4, bishop d4, this, and rook into e7. It is your suggestion. No, man. Bishop into g2 is coming, right? First, g2 is hanging. First of all, we can always capture there. Bishop into d4 means first bishop into g2. Capture, and then he captures on d4. If rook into e7, then queen into d2. Rook e1 did not stop d4. I don't think so. Rook e1 stopped d4. Oh, that's that streamer likes you a lot. That's kind of cool. Vidit inspired from Anand winning no castling chess. Yeah, definitely. We feel like that only because both the players are playing like that only. That there is no castling, but still they have the right to castle. They can still go for the castling maybe after some time. Not here. And one more time, I would like to say that don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you are new here. And we are going to have a tournament. Okay, we are going to have a tournament on 6th August, and you can be the part of the tournament. You can be the part of the tournament and the registration for the tournament is free of cost till 31st of July. After 31st of July, you need to pay a fees of 50 rupees. That's all, nothing more. And then you might win some prizes, which are total prize fund to cash prizes are 13,000. And then we have some chess.com diamond memberships also for the winners. And I'll be live streaming about that event, so you can be the part of it. Okay, you can be the part of it. So it's a good opportunity to spread chess among your friends and among your family members also, because they can play a tournament which is a very strong tournament. And on chess.com, one more thing is there, if you have anyone in girls, okay, who love to play chess or who is upcoming, any small girl also or woman also, they can participate in the tournament, because we have kept 3 prizes for the women players. And just to let you know, until now only 2 girls have registered for the tournament, so they are already, means if nobody comes up, then they will be getting the prize for sure. So I hope that more girls will play and they will try to win some prizes. Means top 3 girls are there, at least 3 girls should be there in the tournament, right? We are hoping that at least 3 girls will be there. Means the prizes are for 3 girls. First prize is 1,500 plus chess.com membership, then 1,000, and then 500 rupees prize is there for the girls. I hope so that somebody will means at least 3 will be playing, because I really want girls to come and play in the tournament. Chess should be played by more and more girls. Coming back to the girls here, we have not checked out anything related to girls. So let's look at the game between Goryachkina was one of the youngest grandmaster right now, means in women players, and Sadakusova is playing with the black pieces. Here Goryachkina goes for d4 and f6, c4, e6, knight c3, bishop b4, queen c2. Okay, classical way to play the Nimzo-Indian, I must say. a3, b into c3, queen into c3, knight e4, then queen c2, c5 has been played, he captures on c5, knight c6, knight f3, queen a5, bishop d2, and queen into c5, e3. This was necessary because the pawn on f2 was being attacked by the knight as well as the queen. Okay, and now he goes for e3, knight captures d2, knight captures d2, dc4, bishop c4, queen e7, castle, b4, they place bishop to d7, b5, knight is attacked, knight goes, means bishop goes behind here, queen e4, centralizing the queen, bishop e8, f4. Okay, this is interesting. Queen is being attacked, queen b4, he exchanges the queens. Okay, finally some more exchanges happens, knight e4, centralizing the knight, the rook comes on d1. Somehow I feel like white is having some slight better position here, because if you try to come anywhere, oh, knight d6 can be played, so that the knight into d6, rook into d6, and rook will be active in that case. So Goryachkina is having slight better position, because the pawn on a7 is also a weakness. The pawn on a7 is also a weakness, which we need to control in this case, which you need to control. Okay, so okay, coming back to the game, would you like to see one more game by girls here? Anna is playing against Nana. These names are very familiar in India, right? Anna and Nana. Anna and Nana are playing. Anna Muzichuk is former world chess champion. Then she is also multiple times Asian champion. And okay, she has won I think world junior also, She has won many battles until now. Anna Muzichuk is amazing player. I would like to see the game from her side. Knight c6, c3, knight f6. Okay, e5 is played. Okay, Alapin variation, bishop c4, knight b6, bishop b3, then d5, ed6, queen into d6, d4. Usually white plays in the center of the board. The isolated pawn is there. Bishop to e6, knight c3, bishop into b3, queen into b3, e6. Okay, fine, castles, bishop e7. I have played this opening from black side quite often, means quite like more number of times I must say. Then rook to d1, then castles, d5. He plays knight into d5, knight into d5, e into d5, rook into d5, then queen b4. Okay, bunch of exchanges happened, and this is a very equal position, very equal position. But I will say one thing, that black might be having slight edge because white pieces are not yet developed. Anuj is saying like subscribe for the tournament. Oh wow, no, thank you. Watching for from Seattle. Glad I found your channel and excited for the event. Thank you very much, Anuj. Thank you very much. I hope Anuj, I would like to say this thing to you that only for the Indian residents we are going to give prizes, because it will be very difficult for me to send prize money to foreign country. Okay, means if you have Indian account, definitely I will send you the money if you win any prize. But if you don't have any Indian account, then it will be difficult for me. Okay, we have even mentioned that thing in the website, that only Indian residents, because of the transferring issues. I hope you understand. But first of all, you need to win the prize. That's also there. But thank you very much for subscribing and miss for the event. Okay, I hope you subscribe to the channel also. Okay, Anna is having slight better position because opponent's pieces are not that active. Okay, coming back to the boys here, what is happening? Carlsen is playing against his young opponent Esipenko, and this is the situation on the board. Will Esipenko get the same thing which we are talking? Okay, with this game also we are going to see. Okay, there is some improvement. Knight e4, seen to b5 was played, and then Vidit captures the pawn on the g5 square. Okay, now what to do? Maybe b4 is one of the possibilities, and then oh, knight d6 check is there, into d6, because then the pawn on g7 will be hanging in that case in the end, because if we capture here, then queen into g7 is there, and the pawn on h7 will also be under attack. So maybe rook f8 and then rook into h7, b into a3 is there. b3 is also one of the possibilities, which is very interesting. Because this pawn is just going to queen. This pawn is just going to queen in that case, right? Rook to b1, then queen into a3, followed by queen a1. There are many possibilities in this position, so this might get into a crazy position anytime. This might get into a crazy position. So queen g5, and we are waiting for this thing. We are waiting for him. So with this game is getting interesting. Is there anything else we can do? Because the knight on e4 is very nicely placed. Okay, Anish, thank you. Thank you very much. Queen g5. Okay, b4 seems to be good. I don't have any doubt about that thing. Knight d6, bishop into d6, into d6. And black can actually castle. He doesn't need to capture on d6 pawn. He can actually castle in this position and save everything. Okay, we did not look at this thing, and he can save everything. Then it is fine. If this is given check, then king h8 can be played. Okay. There is a very fun variation which I can see. I can see one fun variation. Let's suppose e3. If f into e3, then there is a beautiful checkmate. Can anybody find out beautiful checkmate? Marco is here. Hello, Marco. Good to have you here. Decided to join a less crowded stream of the World Cup for once to see how it is. Thank you very much. You are welcome to the stream. Okay, can you tell me what will happen if after e3, if this capture is there? This capture is there. Can you tell me? Let's see what is going to happen. I will tell you that this is going to be a check and mate for sure. This is a checkmating position. Very typical sacrifice. Very typical sacrifice. Can you tell me a checkmate? Come on, quick. How many of you are quick in calculation? How many of you are quick in calculation? See, there is something like this move is played in order to open up the bishop, okay? So what's going to happen if the bishop is open? Yeah, Akhilesh, you can answer me because others are not answering, so you can answer. At least I'll feel like, okay, there is someone who is answering. Answer the question. Yes, Marco, we also think that Vidit is going to win. Yes, rook into h7. Marco has already talked about this thing. Rook into h7, king into h7, queen h5 check. King has only one square, and then bishop c4. Exactly. Then he might play bishop e6. We can capture. If this, then we can capture. And if the king goes anywhere, then queen into h5 is a check and mate. So here the tactics can happen anytime, right? So black cannot really capture on e3. So what should black play? Yeah, what should black play? Yes, Karthik, you are absolutely right. So this is not a move. What should black play? Because this is the key to winning the strong cloud. I'll say strong. Crowd is quite strong. Can anybody name the mating pattern? That is a very difficult answer because I also don't know the. Okay, I also don't know. Yes, Karthik and Marco. Second question is like, can mating pattern? I also don't know. So Akhilesh can enlighten us, or anyone else can enlighten us. Not sure. Okay, we have a question also here. What should be played here? I think the main thing is like we are going to play queen to h5 check, right? So bishop into g4 makes more sense to me. Just capture this pawn. Don't you think so? Oh no, in that case h7 can also be attacked with bishop d3. Okay, I did not think about this thing. And if h6 is played, then what can we play? Okay, we can go for queen to g5. The idea is to play rook into h6 and queen into g4. Okay. Even if let's suppose this thing, the piece will be lost, and if you save the piece somewhere, let's suppose you save the piece somewhere on d7 square, then rook into h6, g into h6, queen into h6, king g8, and queen h7 will be a checkmate. So this is going to be a crazy game, I think so. So black will be in big trouble if this is what happens on the board. So after queen to g5, they are yet to decide what to do in the position. Oh, Vasif played h6. Okay, let me refresh the page. Refresh the page so that it will be there. Okay, he played h6 in this position after queen g5. Now what? Knight d6 is something which we were talking about. Knight d6 knight d6, bishop into d6, and first queen g6 check, because we cannot play ed6, okay, because the queen is being attacked. So knight d6, bishop into d6, and then queen g6 check, king needs to move, and then ed6 will be played. If the final position is bishop c4 and queen h5, this pattern is called Anastasia mate. Oh, really? Anastasia mate. Interesting. We didn't know about that thing. Okay, this one is there. Capture here. Queen g6 check. And king f8 and king d8. These two moves are there. Okay, let's play king d8 and e into d6. Still, this bishop is not there in the game. But black's king is more exposed. What should black do? Okay, I have an idea that black can develop the bishop. But if you develop the bishop, then white will also develop. Let's suppose we develop the bishop with bishop d7. Then what should white play? Okay, nice. I just saw this thing. Rook h3 followed by rook f3. One of the good ideas. No, Anastasia mate is the one you mate with knight and rook, right? I really don't have the names. I don't really know the names, okay? So I can't really talk about the names of the checkmates. Karthik is ready with the Wikipedia. Karthik is ready with the Wikipedia. What do you think, guys? This is going to be fun. I think Rook h3. So Bishop d7 maybe not the good move. Maybe Bishop d7 is not the best move. Maybe Queen can come here and give this check. This is also one of the possibilities by which you can control here, because then still I think Rook h3 and stopping this Queen to c3 move. I think White is definitely having some chances in this position against the king on f8, which is exposed in this case. Okay, h6 and Queen f4 is played. He did not go for knight d6. He goes for Queen to f4. Okay, that's what is on the board. Vidit says like, okay, I don't want to go anything like that. I just want to keep my queen on the board, and my knight is very strongly placed in the game, means it's in the center of the board. The knight, he is valuing the knight more than anything. But here, this bishop is constantly attacking on a3, isn't it? It's constantly attacking on a3. Vidit missed knight d6 check. Maybe he missed, or maybe his judgment is different, because when we are playing the game, we think in a very different manner, right? We think in a very different manner. So that's what he's doing here, I guess so. He's doing here, I guess so. He is he has played queen to f4, maybe with the idea of knight d6 on the move and giving. Maybe that's one of the thing, or he just wants to keep the queens on the board. That might also be there, one of the possibilities. Okay, thank you very much, Akhilesh, for joining me in the chat and joining us in the chat here. Good to have you here on the channel, and I hope that you will register for the tournament and you will play in the tournament which we are going to organize on 8th of August. The free registration is there, so I hope you will be the part of the tournament, right? And before you leave, guys, if you are new here by any chance, don't forget to like the stream, okay? And let's try to make it 100 likes today, okay? Chalo. Any other game we would like to see? We have not checked out Fedoseev's game since long time. I want to check it, what is happening in Fedoseev game. Okay, this game looks very equalish. We were around this position when we looked at the game. Here somewhere when the rooks means everything was exchanged. Rook b8 was played. We were around this position. Rook to c2, rook d4, king e2. Both the rooks are getting supported here. a3, rook d1. Okay, a5, rook d2, a4. Okay, nice way to play in the game. Like, he shifted the rook from d4 to a4 to a3. Nice, interesting idea. And then he played a5, a4 to exchange the rook, exchange the one pair of pawns. Rook into c5, and then he supported the pawn. Okay. Oh, he is going towards this side of the board. That is something unexpected, that he will go towards this side of the board. Okay. I think the position in the Tabatabaei game is pretty interesting. Yes, Marco will go to that position, but I want to have a quick break. Okay, I will come back in just 1 minute, one short break, and I'll come back. If you want to look at that Tabatabaei's game, I'll just keep that game on live here, and I'll come back in 1 minute. I'll just wash my face and I'll freshen up and come back. Okay, see you then. 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Gotta keep the looks good. What do you mean by looks good? Well, Marco, I was taking a short break because I need to wash my face because today I had my second dose of vaccine, so I'm feeling a little bit drowsy, you can say, today. So that's why I'm washing my face. After the vaccination, you know, like sometimes you feel many things. So I'm yet to feel the side effects, but I'm feeling little bit tired after the vaccine. And it's almost how many hours? Like 6 hours are gone in since I have taken the vaccine. So maybe after some time the effects will start, and then I need to stop. No, with this game is going on. With this game is going on. Okay. We'll have a quick look at the game from the starting. Knight of 6 here, and bishop b4, bishop d2. And I was even talking about this game that this particular version with the bishop to d2 was made famous by Sandipan Chanda here. Then d5, he plays this thing, b3, b5, queen d3, and he captured here. This kind of a Benoni position, queen d5 we talked about. Then queen d2 came back, knight c6, bishop e2, rook b8, castle. Okay, knight e5, and we were already around this position, and f4 is played, knight c6 went back, and king f2. Okay, yeah, I'm even if you feel fever, like I know, like after my first dose I felt fever at night, but after one day I was completely normal. So I guess so I will be normal tomorrow, even if something I feel feverish or something like that. So it's normal, it's for our protection. I hope that you guys also took your vaccination. Okay, we'll come back to with this game. What's happening in with this game? Okay, queen to f4, bishop to e6 is played, and he is I'm still yet to decide like what to do with the bishop on g2, at bishop on f1. Maybe g3, bishop g2 is one of the ideas. Okay, in that game you find it concentrated on the queen side, but the weaknesses maybe kings not having much protection on their side of the board. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm a little bit confused about the bishop. Means Vidit has this plan and just playing long castle in this position, and black cannot really castle very quickly because white is controlling this f8 square. So even if the bishop moves, then the castling is not. But black is definitely having one more possibility, which we should not forget, that he has a passed pawn. Like he can start pushing the pawn forward in this case. He can definitely do that thing, right? Vaccine got. I think Marco also got the vaccine. Kya baat hai? Cool. Okay, so with it needs to be careful. That's what I think, because when two bishops are there, okay, and if the passed pawn is there, then the two bishops will be much more stronger, and the passed pawn will also be stronger. So at some point, with it needs to play knight d6 to neutralize this bishop, because if with it doesn't neutralize the bishop on f8, then it will be very difficult position for him. So that's my take, that knight d6 should be played at some point to neutralize the bishop on f8. And then we can think like what to do, because e3 is also a little bit risky move, because the moment you play e3 you are exposing your king more. g3 bishop g2 seems to be the good idea, because once you play this thing, then the bishop will be opened, and then castling will be done, and the rook will come here to stop the pawns on this side of the board. That is the plan of action. Okay, coming back to Mr. Carlsen here. Carlsen has played rook to c1. He is just attacking these two pawns, which are a little bit weak. That's what I feel. The pawn on d5 and the pawn on c5, there are two weak pawns in the position, which Carlsen is attacking. How can he attack those pawns more? One thing is that the pawn on b2 is hanging, which black can just capture, okay, which I can see. What is going to happen if we capture this pawn? Okay, c5 pawn is also hanging, so we can capture on c5. Okay, this is not a good trade for black, or can he go for this trade? The pawn on d5 is a weakness, but the pawn weakness can always be neutralized with the d4 move, right? Okay, can you play e3 and bring the bishop out as usual in with this game you are talking about? Well, I was thinking about it, but if you play e3, then you are exposing your king more, right? F into d into e3, f into e3, and what what is your tech? Like bishop will also come on c5 square, the e3 pawn will be attacked. I don't think so it is that cool. Means now knight into c5 will be played, and then queen into c5. And what to do? Queen c3 check is there. The pawn on e5 is also attacked. And if you try to play queen d4, try to exchange. He doesn't need to exchange. He can just come back. And then the castling is the one move. Bishop d3 might be one of the ideas. And because if you castle in this position, and black, I think black should be fine here. Black should be fine if this is the thing which is going to happen. So let's see what he is going to play. Bishop e6, e3 is our suggestion. So here rook c1, and they're still thinking. They're still thinking. Okay, queen has been played here. Queen has been played. Queen b5 is on the board. Means in Magnus Carlsen's game, he just played queen to b5. Okay. He's saying that, okay, I am going to put some pressure on b2 pawn, and I'm also going to support my pawn on c5. What are you going to do? Can you suggest the moves? Let's have some prediction time now. Let's have some prediction time. Can you suggest the move? Let's suggest some moves. How far do you think Vidit will go? Well, I think like he should go till the last round. Okay, but the next round for Vidit means next and next round, these two rounds will be interesting. Like the next round, I think he's going to play against Grischuk or Duda and Krzystof, and if he wins, then only he will be able to play against Carlsen. That's the thing which I think. By the way, I'm going to have some Bacrot. Okay, you want to play queen to c2, where rook c8, maybe rook c8, just defending the pawn. Rooks are connected, but everything is also connected. Akele khalo, akele khao. What can I do? When you will be in Pune, I'll give you Bakarwadi for sure. Okay. I'm a little bit hungry. That's why I'm eating. Little bit hungry. Let's have a little quick look at Grischuk game. Oh wow, they are playing something interesting. At least the king is little bit exposed. We were around, where was we? Yeah, we were around this position, I think. Yeah, in the starting only we saw this thing. Bishop into c3, b into c3 at 6, bishop here. And we were talking about if g5 is played at any point, knight into g5 will be played after rook to d1. But he plays knight e7, bishop into f6, the pawn is doubled over here. Queen c2, rook to b8, a4, b5 was the idea from black side on the previous move. So he plays a6, rook f e1, b5. He goes behind on a2 square, king g7, and he plays knight h4. Okay, queen d6, and he plays rook d3. The idea is to bring the rook on the g3 square and give some checks over here, but he plays f5, blocking this queen's diagonal. Okay, that's very important move. He plays a into b5, a into b5, rook g3 check, and king h7. White is trying to put some pressure on black's king over here, and black is defending because this pawn is there. The knight is there to support this pawn also. Oh. I think one move which comes to the mind is bishop b7, not there, sorry. Rook bishop to b7 and putting some pressure over here. And if at any point it is needed, bishop can even come on e4 square. That is also one of the possibilities in this position. What do you think? What do you think? Do let me know in the chat. What do you think about this position? Will he play bishop b7 or will he play something else? What's your prediction? Okay, I would like to see very quickly, Svidler versus okay, MVL against Karjakin game is drawn. We were already expecting that thing. Now Svidler versus Shankland game is interesting. The rook is there on c6 square, which looks a very nice place for the rook. Another thing is that white is having more control in the center, plus the king is also in the center. So if you think about the end game possibilities, then white is definitely better here. White is definitely better. What's your take? What's your take? Do you think that black will be able to defend the position? Okay, bishop b7 followed by bishop e4. Okay, Karthik and Abhijit both are suggesting bishop to b7. Okay, fine. And guys, I would like to say that whoever is new here, don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. Okay, whoever comes to the stream, just support the stream by subscribe, liking the stream. Okay, I hope your Svidler game looks drawish. If he wins, I will study the game. Really? Come on. Why this looks like a drawish game to you? White is having so many positive things in the position. The rook is good. Two pawns are there. The king is there in the center. All he needs to do is like get a breakthrough in the position. If white gets the breakthrough, then black will be in trouble, because look at this bishop. It is a passive bishop. This knight is good. I agree with this thing because it is controlling the important c4 square. But apart from that, black's position looks a little bit cramped. He needs to play and defend the situation. Apart from that, there is no other thing. Another thing like king f8, king e8, king d7 can also be one of the things which might happen. Hello Mayur, good to have you here. We were waiting for you only. Good to have you here. Mayur, howdy. Tabatabaei's game, I will look at Tabatabaei's game. They are not progressed that much. We were already on this position. King to f2, rook d8, and then play rook a2. Yeah, I think he's just trying to save up something here in this position. Nothing else. He's just trying to save up something. Karthike's summer here extremely hot for about 1.5 months. August and really. Okay, guys. I feel like I might need to stop. My hand is paining now, and I think I should rest. If I talk for long duration of time, I think I'll lose a lot of energy. So I'll save up my energy. I'll just stop it here. Thanks for being there. Tomorrow I will definitely stream for some time, maybe a little bit late. And today I will take some rest. Thanks for Mayur and Karthik and everybody for being there. Okay. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe and do like the stream. Okay. And be the part of the August tournament also. See you then. I will take some rest, have some food. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. See you then. Yes.